Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Viewers. How are you? Okay, so we are back here with the demonstration of how we connect Excel with SQL Server. In the SQL Server, we have shown you that you can take the database from Microsoft Access into the SQL Server by way of importing it directly, right? So it is very easy, and we have created it. And then when we open this database, we see all these objects, and the tables are stored in the table container here. And in the table container, you will see this table for employees, right? In order to browse the employees, let me close all this so that you're not confused. So you can click or use. So there are some different objects which are opening. You can close all also. Okay, so we don't want to say okay. Anyway, so these are the table, and we are at the moment focusing the employees master. And in the employee master, when we click or right click, and we get this option to display the top 1,000 rows. You can replace all these. You shorten it by way of pressing star, right? It's direct, that is down. Yeah, from this. And you can further add some command, for example, order by ID, for example. Yeah. So order by ID, right? So this way you can execute it, and all the orders are all the records are ordered by ID, like this, right? So this is how you do manually. And now when talking about the doing it in Excel, in VBA, you can go to the Excel file. For example, this is your file. You press Alt F11, and in the module 3, I have written this one. These are the two sub. One is the connection to the SQL Server. It does only the connection, right? And when the connection is done, a record set is dimmed. So this is the done procedure. This is the data download. Data download. It is sub name with the parameters, that connection, record set, and the sheet. So that the next time when we talk about the, for example, products, all we need to do is Control C and Control V here, and the same procedure, only all we do here is the products, right? So this is a intelligent way of doing it, so that you don't have to again write a new download procedure for products and a new download procedure for supplier products. When everything is manageable with one procedure, so there is no need to make to code separate. That's not a good thinking, and that's unprofessional approach to repeat the code and write. So we should learn how to economize our code, how to not to write the duplication of the code, right? Duplication of code is not a good impression on part of the developer, right? When you have the similar sequence of the things to be done. Only all you need to do is change the target. If you are targeting the products, okay, from employee, you take the products. So that the same procedure which was used for the case of employee, it is now passed on as a parameter to the procedure for the product, and it starts working for the products. Later on for the supplier, and later on for uh, customers, right? So this we should learn to adopt such good practices, and especially so this is called object oriented uh, uh, programming. Is your objects uh, your are objective uh, to do a particular task and come back, right? So the particular task is done for some time for the employee, and the same time later on it is done for the product and so on. So this is object-oriented approach and building block approach. So you keep on uh, utilizing it for different. So it makes it multi-purpose feature in your available in your coding, right? So the more multi-purpose objects you have, the better is your programming is guessed. I think that means it leaves a good impression for about your professional approach, right? So let's continue with this, and I stop it. I disable it for the moment. Later on, we will enable it. Okay. So let's start connecting it, and then going to this. Right? Click and we click in here. Right? Okay. We will stop the code into here. Right? So let's start and click this. So it has when it has reached successfully, it means it has connected to the SQL Server, and now the record set is also established, right? What is the record set? It is saying select a star from this to this, right? From uh, employee order by ID. Yeah, is select a star from employee order by ID. So all are so if the both data are in the same order, so it will become easier to synchronize the both set of data. Okay, so it is now on the way of synchronizing your fields first, column headings, because if they are synchronized and what you have in the SQL, the columns, the same columns have to be in Excel. So it is making sure, and later on it will be displaying that which column has been synchronized, and this way you will you will be seeing and the messages as soon as it is continuing with the search. So let's bring the employee in front of you so that you see it happening. Okay, so this is the way, right? So now it is starting to, for all the fields, for each fields in the excuse me, RST fields. RST is our record set, and whatever are the fields. So in each field, this has to be done. So what is this? Means it is synchronizing. It is with the sheet. The sheet is employed, right? And it is considering not the records entirely, but only the column headings, right? The column headings synchronization, right? Okay. So let's press F8. It is moving on. putting an X is equal to 0, which is going to be used here in X, that is the column, right? So each time it is going to go through all the columns until it reaches space, huh? Means no more columns. Okay, so it let's do now. It is saying that if the column is equal to field name, then okay, otherwise it is not equal to same. Why? Because it the first name is file as, right? File as, and whereas we have ID, that's why it has escaped. But it will keep on moving until it finds it. Okay? Yeah. Here it finds it now. It is 18 on 18 position. It says the file as, and you will see that on the 18th position from here till here. Yeah, this is the file as, right? Fair enough. So it is in synchronizing it, and as soon as it is found and it exits this do while loop and takes the next field. Yeah, now it is exiting, and if it is not, means it is ensuring that if it is a blank, then the field name is going to be written. Since it is not blank, so nothing will be done. So, okay, and it will give you that it has synchronized the file as now. Okay, so this how it is doing it now. I'm clicking OK to run so that you can see it's happening one by one. Now it is saying the name, employee name. The employee name is on the right side. Okay. Okay. Next is ID. ID is here. Okay. So it is synchronizing and making sure that the what you have in the SQL Server, you do have in the employee sheet, no matter in at what position, but it has to be there. That's fine. So this is the last one now. Okay, that's it. So now it is ready to synchronize the rows. Hmm? The C previously it was doing the columns. Now it is synchronizing the rows, right? Okay. So the same thing is here. Now it is moving its record to the making sure that it is on the first record. Now it is uh, starting the do while loop until the end of the file, right? And it is going to give you the which ID it is trying. It is trying ID number 1. Okay, it is trying to synchronize the ID number 1 in the SQL Server with that of in the Excel sheet, right? Okay. So okay, so it has given you the message just to show you that now what it is going to do is ID1 will be replaced with ID1. You can see that if you it will be happening, right? So for your visibility, I can delete this, okay, so that you can see it's happening. Okay, just for your uh, watching, right? Otherwise, you don't have to do it as you know that it is working fine. Then you don't have to do this. Okay, so okay, so now it is going to get to this and it will start doing it. Okay. So now it is starting the field 1 name in the sheet, right? So the field 1 name is ID, right? Field 1 name is ID, and it is going to bring the record from the record set, whatever is in ID it is going to be on A2 with no rows down and no column left. 0 means no column, right? Means exactly on A2, right? Next time it will become R1. Yeah, so it means the second row and sorry, the same row, but this column will increase, so it will be B1, right? B2, and then C2, and so on, right? So let's see that it is now writing the ID of it. That's FID. Yeah, you see, it has written the ID. Okay, and now it is taking the next and putting this name. It is now putting the last name, putting this there. So this how it is now establishing the synchronization between the two data, the data in the SQL Server and the data in the Excel sheet, right? So I run it so that it starts doing it until it reaches to the record 2. So what I do is I remove all this. I can remove all this as well. Delete. Okay, so that you can see it's happening. Control F11. So it has completed the first row. Now it is approaching to the synchronizing the row number 2, ID number 2, right? Okay. Yeah. This is how it is synchronizing. Synchronizing your data, right? I have stopped. I have used this. Once we will remove this, then it will be done with the spur of moment, right? So it has completed the exercise. So later on, we can remove this messaging, which was just to show you. So in the end, it will write that it has synchronized. So you can write this, for example, in the end, once the synchronization is done, we will say before finishing, it will say message synchronizing complete. Synchronization of rows successfully completed. So you can write anything. So this is how it is done. So let me run it again so that you see it without interruption, right? And we also remove from the heading. This is the heading, column heading. You also have a message box. You can remove this message box so that you can see it. It's done quickly without any interruption, right? So let's see. So the breakpoint has to be removed, right? Okay. Now, synchronization of rows successfully completed. If you remove this and go to F11, you run it from here. Yeah? Connect to SQL. You will see this is how the data is synchronized with what you have in the SQL database. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will further enhance it so that all our data in the SQL Server are synchronized with all the sheets we have in the Excel. Thank you very much.